That's what they do over here in Babylon.
Oh yeah, these politicians.
The leader is sitting in the back.
No, the leader's sitting in the bunkers. Send you good to go off and die.
There we go.
They up in them bunkers, man. They ain't nowhere near the battlefield. That's how Esau do it. He'll send you to die. He'll send your children to die.
His ancient man,
But not his children.
Yeah.
Just like he'll make it mandatory for you to get your child jabbed up.
Yeah.
But not his. My thing is this way, okay. If you believe in your product so much,
Kill
give
Gates.
give it to your child.
Yep.
You give it to them, I might believe you. Other than that, you can get that out of my face.
Guess we'll go ahead and start. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we begin, we want to give all praise going on to
Yahweh,
by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. The bonds to the apostles, the bonds to the elders, the green millstone, Reuben, touch the truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, preaching his word in the truth and sincerity to our folk on the earth. Tabernacle David, hope for legacy, but bird. Wants to say shalom. Scoot this up just a little bit.
People panic buying now.
Yeah.
I seen our end-time headlines.
Hopefully everybody in there.
Y'all through either way. It ain't gonna do anything.
Y'all should have started panic buying 6-7 years ago.
While in the background, they still telling people not to panic and don't worry about it. And they tell you people that it's because they don't want you raging out of, getting out of control right now.
Yep.
So they gotta do something to prolong people from acting the fool out here. But eventually, when people can't afford this food and shit, man, when the food gets scarce and the little famines kick in, because that's what famine pretty much goes to, a scarcity of food, man. Y'all gonna go out here and y'all gonna ramshack these places. And that's when y'all gonna start going head to head with each other.
Yep.
Because, hey, y'all not ready for what's getting ready to happen, man. Like I was telling the brothers before we started camp. All I'm seeing is a lot of people trying to find some mirth to get into to keep from dealing what's in front of their face, what's on the table right now. They don't understand how dire this situation is with these tariffs. And you got some people that's making videos crying about how they can't afford to live, or they gotta shut down their businesses.
Yep.
Because order these this stuff with these tariffs on them, bring it back to your establishment. You're gonna have to try to get a profit off of it, and it ain't gonna sell, man.
Yep. Another reason why the government telling people to stay calm, they're not gonna warn you. One of their goals is to catch you off guard, so you can be forced to make a impetuous, non-thought out decision. They want you to jump on this digital. They don't want you prepared for it, because if you prepare for it and do your research in it, you're gonna see the flaws. You're gonna see their true intention. So no, you don't look for, and I tell this to Israel all the time, if y'all waiting on the devil to admit he's the devil, that's not gonna happen. You waiting on the devil to tell you he's about to lie to you. It doesn't work that way. He just lies to you in hopes that you believe it.
Yeah, you're going to know the devil by his spirit. Him showing his horns right now, you should be able to discern these things. Matter of fact, going back to what the brothers was talking about, there's this Superman comic. I think it's like Ultimate Superman or some type of new Superman comic. I have to look it up. It's either Ultimate or something like that. But anyways, you go into the story. I like how the brother phrases. They're not going to tell you these things are going to happen, because in that story on Krypton, the elites knew that the planet was going to be destroyed.
Yep.
And they did not tell or warn the citizens. They did not want to panic because they wanted to fly off the ships, right? That's the same with Esau Edom. He's not going to warn you. It's just going to happen right there in front of you. You're going to have to learn the hard way. And pretty much you go into Superman's dad, right, and his mother. They were pretty much warning the people, warning the government, like, hey, this something, that's kind of the positions that we're in. Like, hey, something ain't right, man. Hey, we gotta get some things together, warning the people, but the people just lollygagging, not want to take heed. And the elites know. The elites are on their way out of here, man. So, hey, discern that in the spiritual matter as you would, you know.
And it ain't no coincidence those Kryptonians were Edomites. So yeah, they left their people hanging up there too. They're like, they finna leave y'all hanging in America to defend for yourself.
And this ain't nothing new, man. Like the brother said, the warnings going out, the warnings, and it's been like this since the days of old, man. You know, I got Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and evil and pestilence, man. And that's what we tell y'all was coming. These wars is getting ready to kick off. Major pestilences is coming and famines is coming, man. You know, just because you don't see it right now, don't mean it's not going to happen. Or just because you don't believe it, don't mean it's not going to happen, man.
A lot of y'all jakes, y'all ain't gonna wake up until it's at the door, but by that time, your house is gonna flood like the water did down here in Louisville.
They already did.
I got a scripture to back up what you said, in which I was talking about how Esau, he ain't gonna tell you he's the devil. He gonna tell you everything's all good, don't panic, everything's gonna be fine.
Hey, shalom, brother. YASHAMIAHLA.
Shalom, brother. It's Psalms 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter,
See that?
but what was in his heart? His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. You see that? So this man is about chaos, war, evil. That's his MO, that's what he does. So that's why he's doing all these things, putting tariffs on this country, that country, and he don't give a damn. If he really cared about the people, he wouldn't be doing that. He came into office starting shit. Even before he came into office, he was raising hell. This man don't give a damn. Y'all forgot he got shot at last year? Twice.
Which that was all a ploy to get him in office.
I guess they don't make assassins like they used to.
Yeah. I thought you had the blessing of the sword, man. They should have got your ass.
Man, these so-called assassins leaving guns in the bushes by the fence. You can't shoot straight on a golf course, man. Come on.
Can't make mistakes like that.
But they got the fake Luigi out there, the one that killed the banker.
Yeah,
that's not even the same dude. You know, he was cold and calculated, man. The real dude.
Yep.
See, he's just a Luigi. He's just a front man, and you see how the people parading him. Matter of fact, could a brother get the prudent man foreseeth the evil? And then I believe it's in the WhatsApp, the little picture of Trump, that little quote that he said.
I got Proverbs 22:3. It says, a prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Yep.
See that? So these things are coming down the pipeline, man. Like we was talking about what happened down here in Louisville, Kentucky, and various other parts of Kentucky and Indiana, man. All that came out of nowhere, right? That destruction, which I believe it's Esau, Edom, but regardless, that's the hand of the Lord using them on the left-hand side to cause this destruction. Because, man, all that rain, all that windstorm, the tornadoes, man,
yep.
It was like back-to-back, no release. And I think it's even forecast this week. We still gonna get more rain, And so we seeing the animals displaced. I know y'all seen those videos of all those deers everywhere. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of chaos, man. At our old camp spot, we can't even go over there. It's through. It's done.
Underwater. See, and then they saying the Ohio River still rising.
See that?
So I mean, like the brother said, it could be Esau playing with the weather, but it's all the Lord's will. So, and then it came out that Louisville was on the list to be a 15-minute city. So I can see that.
Yeah, this is because everywhere else you go to, like, besides Lexington, and I think what's the other part of Kentucky? But either way, besides Frankfurt, besides Frankfurt, Lexington, and Louisville, everywhere else is pretty much country. This is more like a folk city, where all conglomerate of people come through,
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a famous city. Actually a lot of famous people live here, because it's a nice little city. I guess I can say that because I live here for most of my life. It's not like all the other cities, got the glamour, the football, the basketball, places to do, but it is a nice little place.
The melting pot of Kentucky.
Yeah, melting pot of Kentucky, where there was people I would talk to in the past, you know, they would ask, "Oh, you from Kentucky?" I thought y'all had like that country accent. I'm like, nah, not Louisville. All right, everywhere else, yes, not Louisville, Kentucky, and Frankfurt and Lexington. All right.
Yeah, Louisville, it's considered a mid-sized city.
Yeah.
It's not like a major city like up the street in Cincinnati. It's a bigger city. But I mean, if you don't like major cities, but you don't want to be in rural areas neither,
Yeah.
it's the perfect size for you, you know.
Yeah, because shoot, when I was doing Amazon Flex or something like that, you know, for a little minute, you drive around, it's like, oh man, these some nice ass houses. I see why you little niggas is coming down here. I see.
Probably scoping it out.
Yeah, yeah.
But Judah gonna be a terror in those days to come. They already are getting them roused up. I'm seeing a lot of videos of Judah getting roused up.
What's that with damn Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about that.
What happened with him?
I'm not sure.
I just noticed
To
that the freaking, what is it?
The twins, the Edomite twins.
Yeah, that, and how I heard about them was the GoFundMe page that they made for them, and they shut it down because it was accumulating a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And they shut his GoFundMe page down. But remember, that Rittenhouse cat, they just shut his down.
No.
I saw that. Yeah. Matter of fact, he got a did he get some type of
Pardon?
award?
Award or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
see?
so.
Yeah, he got it off.
They reward their killers here, man.
They always have.
Yeah.
Look at how they uphold their so-called war heroes.
Yeah.
Nothing but murderers.
Hey, that's the spirit. Up here it says,
Yeah,
I am a murderer.
Yeah.
right there.
See?
Robert E. Lee, Alexander the Great, Christopher Columbus, they uphold these people. These are murderers.
Yeah, but they had the audacity to say that the so-called Negroes are the more savage people.
I
But
can't
I had seen this short. I'm gonna let you brothers see it as well while we up here. But the dude basically think he was Ishmael, but he was snapping off, talking about how dare these white Americans say that so-called black Americans are savage when they killed more people in history than any nation on this earth, man.
I think I saw that because he said Uncle Sam is the biggest,
Yeah.
the biggest murderer on the planet.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
It might have been the Edomite version that I saw, where they tell you to go fight for this man. You know, what can you do for this country? And I think he was trying to spill it like, no, it's what can your country do for you? But
Yeah.
something like that.
Yep.
I think that Carmelo dude, the Jake, he was like 17, and then two other Edomites, they try to like falsely accuse him or mess with him or something, and he just basically defended himself.
Yeah,
Now
I
he's
think
on trial for murder in Texas.
it was two twins, and they, you know, it's stuff that they wouldn't show on the media. They trying to put him in the bad light. It's from what I seen. Maybe it's not the whole story, but pretty much they was, you know, picking on him, fighting him. You know, they was putting up Edomite fragility. All right,
There it is.
post on their Instagram or Facebook, wherever it's at. You know, I'll bet no niggas. You know, using those type of derogatory terms.
They killed one of them. He stabbed him up.
Yeah, he stabbed him in the heart or something like that. But from what I get, they was trying to fight him, trying to beat him up.
Yep.
And I think he had enough. And so, you know, as the scriptures, Judah's a lion's will. You know, who shall rise him up? Just roughly paraphrasing. You know, he got tired of it. Just like anybody, somebody picking on you. He's like, man, I'm tired of getting picked on, man.
Right.
You're gonna take matters in your own
Yeah.
hands. And you can, these people that done spoke on things like that in their schools and nothing ever
Nothing
happens.
happened.
The next thing you
Nope.
know,
That's
somebody
Esau.
done got smoked at school, man.
That's Esau, man, because it's a reason why Esau has a very large gray area when it comes to murder and judgment, because that gray area is filled with loopholes to get Edomites off.
Edomites off. You see that?
Yeah, that's why they do it.
Yep. Not Jake.
You talking about these Edomites? I took a picture
Look
of
at
this
them,
before I
man.
left the crib.
The
Look at that.
righteous gemstone. Oh my God.
Raising
people are
hell one
insane.
last time.
Yeah.
And that's what they get
Hey,
ready
that's
to
the
do.
spirit.
Yeah, they want to go out with a bang, and you are, cause them nukes ain't gonna play. And it's like the elder said, Edomites, y'all do not want to compare body counts. You don't. So don't even try to play that lie.
You kill just for fun.
Yeah.
For laughs and giggles.
For sport.
Yep. I mean, we was just talking about it last week, you know, the human centipede, man.
Exactly. Just this dude got to go, man. And these people, they kill me talking about white supremacy. White supremacy. You should be supreme. If you rigged the board for you to win, you should be supreme at everything. My thing is this: if you were so superior, you would dominate on a level plane. But now you got the game fixed. So yeah, you better be supreme. Y'all kill me with that shit. Just because you got the board rigged for you to win, you think you the best. No, if you were the best, you wouldn't have to rig the board. That's where that fragility comes in there. Ain't that right, Esau?
Esau ain't losing fair and square.
Exactly.
He's all the rules, man.
You should be better at everything. If you got the rules rigged, the board rigged in your favor, you supposed to be dominating. But it's funny, despite the fact that you got all the boards rigged and all the rules rigged, you still scared of Israel. You still scared of Judah. See, Judah is the true supreme. Because Judah dominate when he's at a disadvantage.
Yep.
How do you explain that? That's when you get in your feelings. And then you go back to moving the goalposts and shit. Yeah, we see you eat.
The fact that we still living and breathing, that makes him at a disadvantage because he's just scared of us, just our existence.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, just be a bitch.
So he does everything to himself, his people, to destroy us with the food, with the air, with the water, poison everything. Not even thinking. I mean, he knows, well, my people eat this too. But they don't even give a damn about that. He's trying to keep the Israelites down, man.
Yeah, even if he got to kill his own people.
Huh?
But y'all consider this man superior? The Aryan race, so-called? Man, y'all at the top of the bottom.
Exactly. The top of the bottom. You hear that?
What's the Aryan race? What are y'all talking about?
They trying to keep that bloodline pure.
Yeah.
We want y'all to keep it pure too. Keep all that evil over there.
Yeah. Keep it pure by laying down with your sister. You nasty.
You know what I'm
little-
saying? Nothing spells loving
Yeah.
like getting with your cousin.
I got Ecclesiasticus 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods, man. You see this dude, he'd take his own people out, like I said before. He'd take his own people out just to get to the people that he don't like, which is us. And y'all gonna see eventually here soon, man, when he started taking out a lot of you Israelites. Putting a lot of y'all to death now. I seen a lot of women getting put in the dirt, man, by a lot of Edomites as well, man. You sisters, y'all out there trying to chase these Edomite men.
Man.
Trying to act like the Jace that's chasing the other nations.
It don't
It
work.
don't work like that, man.
No.
Don't work like that. You destroying your own people by going to lay with these other nations because they bringing forth their own kind. When we go deal with another nation of a woman, we bringing forth our own kind, man. And that's something that y'all don't pay attention to. So y'all, it's the scriptures say y'all destroy kingdoms, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there was a video going on. I don't know if you showed it or not. The Eve was getting beat up by Edomite man.
Nigga named Crash Out.
Yeah, come on now.
Nigga named Crash Out, talking mess about. So you scared of a white man?
Yeah.
And you from Mississippi? You talking big mess?
Yeah, big mess. You see, you want to mess with the abominable smoke, man.
Crash
You over
baby.
there?
Yep, scared as hell.
Yeah.
He said he gonna put his foot on her head and did just that.
Mhm.
2 videos in the picture. I seen it and I went to go look for the nigga because I just had to go see. And he
Yeah.
opened up a new page talking about the Eve on there. Well, let us hear your side of the story. He like, well, when I get 500 likes, I'll share the story.
Oh my God.
And they added him just so they
Clout
can hear
chasing.
this.
Yep.
See that?
Cloud chasing. Y'all gonna learn to leave Chandler alone. When your ass end up in a Louis V bag in parts.
Man.
Yeah, I was reading the comments like, man, we gotta No, you ain't gotta do nothing. That's the bed that she chose to lay in, man. Let her find out the hard way, man. Like all these women gonna have to find out the hard way, the wicked ones, I should say.
Giving birth to her enemies.
Yep.
Eve, I understand you got a deep-rooted hatred for Jake, but that ain't the move right there. I mean, anybody but Eve, especially Esau. I'm not talking about another heathen nation. I'm talking about Esau, somebody who has proven to you over and over and over and over how much he hates you. But your hate for us runs deeper. So you gonna go with a lesser evil. That's where you mess up at. That's how you end up in the Louis V bag.
Yeah. Hey, you wanted that bag so bad, now you chopped up in it.
There you go.
Trusting your enemies, man.
Yep. Oh yeah. Did a brother want to get it's in the WhatsApp. I took a picture of it. The quote that Trump said about the tariffs.
Oh, where he says the countries are kissing his ass.
Yeah. See that? Trump said the nations are kissing his ass because of the tariffs, man. What do you think is going to happen? What is the outcome of that, man?
Missiles.
Yeah, that right. Those are provoking words right there. That's what the Bible calls stirring up strife.
Yep.
He keeps tension in the air. That's his job. Like we said, the Lord sent Trump for us.
Shalom, brother. YASHAMIAHLA.
Shalom. The Lord sent Trump for us. If he wanted the United States to go on, he wanted to send Trump to destroy it. That's what y'all got to come to grips with. But see, your cognitive dissonance is on autopilot right now, and you're trying to murph it up, but the murph ain't murphing like it used to. It's not, because I mean, these people, they will go above and beyond to keep their heads buried in the sand because they don't want to deal with reality. But guess what, Esau? You got to deal with reality, because Edomites have never been in this position before, so they don't know what to do. They don't know what to think. I'm gonna tell you what to think. Your government is a coup, and your president has been compromised.
Yep.
Deal with it. Go handle it. Go run up in the or go run up in the White House.
For real this time.
And burn a cross in the yard while you're up there. Shit, that's how y'all do us. But when it comes to your own, where's all that energy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all weak as hell, because y'all would take this shit from one of your own just because he's wide.
Yep. And you see, even with our nation, man, you know, pursuant to the scriptures, pursuing of how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, the Lord said put evil out, right? See, when somebody was going off in the past, they were supposed to be put to death or whatever judgment that was according to whatever law that they broke. You niggas, you niggas is just, y'all still parading them. I still see it out here, man. Still parading this man, still thinking that he's doing a good job, but as the brother said, he's stirring off strife, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't no coincidence. This man grew up in Hollywood, man, right? So you know, he's playing his role.
Yeah, he grew up in front of TV cameras,
Yep.
man. So he's always in deception mode. Always. That's why it says in Sirach chapter 12:10, never trust thine enemy. If your enemy is always in deception mode, when is a good time to trust him? The answer is never.
Never, man.
But I see you black Mac still out there. But I noticed that all those protests, I ain't see no red caps.
Nope.
You ashamed? You was rocking it in November. What happened?
You see what he's doing to our people, man. Trying to vanish the accolades or things that we have done, which, hey, you can go ahead and do that, man. For us, you know, that doesn't hurt our feelings. It just confirms more and more that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Oh, yes.
And we understand that this ain't our kingdom. We want our accolades, our praise in the kingdom of heaven anyways. So rightfully so. You know, so Jake, that's all for Jake to get wild up in these last days.
Jake got out that begging spirit of Esau, like he's running shit for real. YASHAMIAHLA's running things. He's the one that put Esau up over us in the first place, and he's gonna be the one to bring him down.
You the only one that can. I got this scripture right here. This right here sums up Trump in a nutshell. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 14.
Yep.
Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth
See that?
discord.
See that?
That's Trump. He just keep poking the stick in the ant bed, stirring it up. That's him. And you think it ain't gonna be a war? He just doing it with words. So y'all feel like in Beverly Hills Cop, y'all feel for the banana in the tailpipe again.
That dog's getting ready to bring that destruction, man. And like the brother said, YASHAMIAHLA is the one that put him in that position to be, and that's to be a destroyer. Esau, point blank, period, man. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy, man.
To destroy.
So the Most High created this man to be the whipping stick onto the Israelites and the whipping stick on this nation, man.
Yup. The Lord created, also goes into the Lord created those nuclear missiles to destroy this place, right?
I've never seen a superior race that created weapons to destroy themselves. That never happened. Like we said, y'all the top of the bottom. You are the default character in every video game. No superpowers.
Damn.
No clothes. You got to buy all your shit.
Yeah.
You ain't got a sword. You just running for the first couple of hours of the game.
What's that video game? The Ark?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's a video game called Ark or something like that. And that's pretty much what they do for the first couple hours. You have no clothes, like you said, no clothes, no weapons. You just running, you just punching stuff, just hoping that you survive, man.
No special ability.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Just dumb assness. Times 1,000. That's it.
Called it a default player.
Yeah.
It's just a default character, man. Nothing special about it. This Trump, right again, this back in Proverbs chapter 6. Let me see. We start at verse 17. A proud look, 16. These 6 things that the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Trump is guilty of all plus some.
I got another one in Proverbs about your boy Trump, man. It's Proverbs 13 and verse 3. It says, he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction. That's what he's calling for, man. That's exactly what he's calling for himself and his own people. We love it, man. Keep on talking that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
As a matter of fact, could a brother get Lamentations 4 and 21 and 22?
I got Psalms as well, brother. 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walking through the earth, man. And that's all their lives walk through this earth, man. And a lot of you people just follow right on behind this dude, man. Yep. You know, y'all about to find out. That's why them MAGA hats came off, because that pride not gonna let y'all, that pride ain't gonna let y'all say that, hey, I fucked up. So y'all just took the hats off, but in the background, y'all still want to follow this man. Yeah. This dudes that seeing this thing still like, I still vote for him again.
Yeah. But you're talking about third term, Slack, y'all.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I got that Lamentation.
Okay, appreciate that.
This is Lamentation chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Ooh, you see that? So, you know, Trump coining last week, if I'm not mistaken, America Liberation Day. No, this Israelite Liberation Day. Your words, right? Saying that the nations is bowing down to you, to this tariffs, man. As you putting yourself in the coffin, man.
Pretty much.
We telling y'all, man, you know, the way how things is going on, man. You Edomites, enjoy it, man.
Hey, this man put tariffs on penguins, man. He put tariffs on a damn island where nobody even exists or live.
And he didn't even know he did it. That's the sick part about it. See, y'all trusting in foolish, y'all trusting in a fool. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards. Everything come up, come out.
Yep. That reminds me of one of my co-workers, man. It just seemed like, you know, that's why I put in my headphones, man. It just seemed like anything that comes out of his mind, he just say it.
Yeah.
And that's a spirit, because I believe last year there was a study that was going on. Like, a lot of people, they don't even have that voice in their head, you know? They just utter that whatever comes out, you know, that voice of reasoning in their head, you know, where you might be talking to yourself or meditating scriptures or whatever, meditating what I should do, you know, without you actually speaking. A lot of people actually don't have that. And that makes sense, man.
That's where you get those terms, introvert and extrovert. I think that's it. An introvert has a voice in his head. Extrovert, they don't. And that could be because of the Lord's influence. Because that little voice, as far as Israelites, supposed to represent YAHSHAWAR. YAHSHAMIAHLA. Remember that scripture, my sheep hear my voice, and they follow me wherever so he goeth, roughly paraphrasing. It's pretty much the laws in us in the form of common sense.
Yeah.
But in Babylon, you have been taught to ignore common sense. You've been taught to live your life to the fullest.
What scripture is that?
What it is? Dolo,
yeah,
something?
YOLO.
YOLO, that shit. What's the other one? Do as thou wilt. Yeah, this is what y'all been taught in Babylon. So you don't want to hear no voice of common sense. And Babylon is living proof that common sense ain't common no more.
That's why it's being laughed at by the whole world, man.
Exactly.
You know, the whole world, this place has been exposed to the whole world. And that's the doing of YAHSHAWAR at the end of the day, man, that this place be a gazing stock unto the other nations. Because like I was telling the brothers before we started the camp, I was looking at all these comments on YouTube, on these news channels, and all you seen was the foreigners talking big shit, laughing at America, telling America they better be get ready or have fun because they see that these tariffs and all this shit's about to hit the fan here in America, man. I got Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock, man. Ooh. You see, that's how all the nations is looking at this place, laughing, bro. And a lot of you Americans, y'all stupid as hell. Y'all don't even see the outcome, man.
Mm-hmm. Lord
Mine seared with a hot iron, man.
All these degree holders in America.
Yeah.
I thought y'all was smart. Y'all call yourself intelligent. But at the same time, you're not intelligent enough to recognize a coup right in your face and a compromised president. I thought y'all was intelligent. I can't tell. See, that's the difference right there between Esau's intelligence and wisdom from YAHSHAWAR. Ain't no comparison. Y'all, that's why 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 19 says what it says. Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 3 and 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. You get caught up in your own thoughts, man. Think you know some shit, and you don't. Just showing your own mentality, dude.
Caught up in your own dumb assness. And call that wisdom. Make up shit like Esau and call it science.
Yeah.
Stop it. You Edomites are done, man. The whole world see you for who you are now. Y'all a bunch of liars. You're a bunch of murderers and a bunch of thieves. A bunch of alphabets.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump doing all this talking. You
Behind the scene alphabets too.
Yeah.
Trump doing all this talking for all you so-called Americans that ain't gonna do nothing but get targets put on y'all back. Cause he talking like this place is just strong and all powerful and can't be stopped. And a lot of you people follow that bullshit vibration, man. And when them sleeper cells get unleashed, man, they coming for y'all ass, bro. Cause you can be touched. Hey, it's the virgin daughter right now. Ain't never really been touched. Ain't nothing really ever happened here. But it's finna get penetrated real nasty real soon, man.
Could the brother get Psalms 10 and verse 5? That's from Be Like Minded to Water, brother.
I got it. You said Psalms 10 and verse 5?
Yep.
It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he buffeted at them.
Sam. Yep.
Hey, the water, brother. See that?
And he sure was talking that mess to Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Talking about, I know you got a button on your desk, but I got a button on my desk that's more stronger and more powerful, and that you don't want to threaten America because we don't play. We lead. You need to take care of your people. You need to take care of your country.
Look who talking.
Your people are hungry. You running your mouth like that, but look at your people. You know, they over here mourning. Prices going up, you know, cost of living. People can't even buy. They got to make a decision of paying rent or buying food now.
You know what these Christians finna do, bro? For Ishtar?
Oh, potatoes, man.
Potatoes, man.
We about to die the
They about to
potatoes.
die some potatoes. Y'all finna play a cruel joke on these kids. The hell it is.
Next thing they gonna be thinking, bunnies laid potatoes.
This
and
an
shit.
ostrich egg. What it is? Just eat it. Don't say nothing. Just shut up and eat it.
And they had the audacity to tell you Americans on the news that the dairy products, the eggs, the milk, all of that stuff is not gonna get touched. Man, that shit from the skyrocket too, man.
You know they lying.
They
They
got
say
to
something
lie.
like that.
Just like he said here when he first got in office, January 21st, 20th. He said he gonna end the war in 24 hours.
Hell.
And y'all ate that shit up.
No.
Now look at you.
We told y'all
About
he
to
was
go
going
to war
escalate
with
it.
everybody.
Everybody. yeah. At first it was just Ukraine and Russia. Now it's everybody.
Everybody.
He on demon time for real.
How you piss off the Irish?
Come on.
Canadian says over. The relationship with the United States is over. How you piss off the Canadians?
Eh?
Some of the nicest people you ever meet.
Yeah. Make memes about that. You know?
Saying that he was gonna end that war in 24 hours is like basically saying he gonna make it be peaceful, man.
He lied.
And it don't work like that. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But y'all not even escape the things that's getting ready to take place here in this country, man. That's why you gotta be covered with YASHAMIAHLA, man. You know?
And I think also, I had to look it up real quick, but I had a person tell me earlier today, you know, the stock market went back down, like it was doing horrible, man. But then Trump like made a tweet and said, man, y'all need to put y'all money up or do something like that, which if you really go into it, that's actually illegal. You're not supposed to do that.
Ain't that inside
Yeah,
trading?
yeah, inside trader, yeah. And so he did that. And so a whole bunch of money was trillions of dollars, if I'm not mistaken, or a whole bunch of money, however, some of money went back into the stock market. I'm like, you see, this man's a felon, man. He don't care, man.
Yeah, man, this dude is a criminal. That's why you remember that guy you brought up earlier in the video about the insurance company CEO got killed.
Yeah.
We found out why he was murdered. It wasn't because of no disgruntled customer. This dude was supposed to testify against Nancy Pelosi 10 days from the day he got murdered for insider trading. That the same shit Martha Stewart got in trouble for.
Yeah, you see
but
that?
didn't go to jail though. They're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Yeah, the inside trader get you.
Yeah,
And he blatantly did it on Twitter, you know?
Yeah, that's basically cheat.
Yeah.
But see, well, what do you expect from a felon? I mean, this man is giving judges hell. When all the judges got to do is lock his ass up, but they won't do it. That's why this man is so uncontrollable, because y'all won't discipline this man.
Yep.
That's why he's a wild card.
I'm
He's
gonna
never been disciplined.
get a couple scriptures on the comment board. This is GMS Yahweh hopeful elect 777 Sirach 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and the evil suspicion have overcome their judgment. You see, this is Sirach 3 and verse 19. Many are in a high place and of renown, Salakia, the water brother. But mysteries are revealed unto the meek. You see, that's why we able to break down these scriptures, man. Give you the word, tell you what's coming down the pipeline. While everybody else, you know, they're NPCs. They're deceived. They don't know what's going on. It's the GMS Strive for the Masteries. Hey, shalom, brothers. It's every brother on the comment board. Y'all about Simeon Dominicans. Psalms 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words were softer than oil, yet. Damn it. It's like I'm going to get it. Damn it. Where was I at? Yet they were drawn swords. You see that? That's why, you know, going back to Sirach 2 and 10, you know, never trust our enemy, man. You know, and our people love smooth, buttery words. That's why they get along with Esau, Edom. But, hey, as the scriptures say, though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Let's get the other one. Then we go back. I gotta put internet on my other phone so I can just pull it up. GMS Strive for the Masteries again. Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning. One of my favorites, man. Right? Because this man is a child. How he conducts and moves is as a child, as a big baby. I believe you did a lesson the other day about him having a couple, what was it, $92 million birthday?
Yeah, he want to have a military parade, 92 mil. But then again, you trying to take away people Medicaid, their Social Security. People are about to get evicted. People are about to get sick because they can't afford medicine. But this big baby wants to be praised. He needs his ego stroked. He's an idiot. I mean, I knew he was bad with money when he paid that whore $130,000. When you could have went on Taylor's Boulevard and got the 2 for 2.
See that?
I knew he was bad with money. You paid, and then she ain't even all that, bro. Y'all ever seen her? Her name's Stormy Daniels.
I had to look it up, man. I had to look it up.
You spent 130 grand on a piece of ass. And these people, you MAGA people, gonna trust this man with the national budget? Y'all just a bunch of idiots all together.
Yeah. See, kids move like that, man. Just be, hey, daddy, I want this and wants that, and won't consider the prices. You know, for those that have children, like, I tell my bunions, like, you got a job, man.
Yeah.
You know, you know, Thawadi YASHAMIAHLA for put me in a position to where, you know, if I have to, I can get it. But like, come on, man. You know, that's how these Trumpies, that's how Trump is moving, man.
Pretty much.
I see it, I want it. I don't care how much it takes. I want it.
It's my earth.
Reckless. He reckless. I got a scripture right here that describing Trump. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand,
See that?
lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So it's basically saying never trust thine enemy. You can't put this man right by you, man. This man will take advantage of you and not be sorry. Where is it? There's another script in here somewhere.
I've seen that so many times, man.
Yeah.
You might get close to another cat on the job, and eventually he gets dude moved around and take his position.
Yeah, that's how they get
That's how
down,
they
man.
moving.
Shoot, I even seen that with Edomite versus Edomite, man.
Yeah.
Dude that works across from me. Another reason why, you know, I ain't trying to be all buddy-buddy with these people, which the scriptures substantiate that. You know, also the scriptures substantiate, don't, just roughly paraphrasing, don't make friends with Angry Man, just roughly paraphrased. I believe that's in the Sirach. I could be mistaken, right? Because hey, his blood boils too quickly, man. He has no patience. I'm just like, man, just chill, Doc. Just chill. This nigga ain't going to come to work. That's his business, you know. Just chill. You here, you making money. Don't worry about that, man. Just chill. Let's stop worrying about all these other people, man.
I got a scripture for MAGA, but I'm sure y'all done figured this out by now. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
See that?
And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. I'm sure y'all already figured that out, though, right? When he took your when he told you he was gonna take your Social Security. And how about them egg prices?
Egg prices.
It's the damn shame now. When you come across the border, instead of looking for drugs, they looking for eggs. Damn shame, man. This is what we have come to.
I mean, then again, the eggs across the border gonna be better quality, but still they gonna.
That's why they don't want them.
Yep.
They probably gonna hog them good eggs for the elites.
Yeah.
And give y'all some of these jabbed up eggs.
Yep. Makes sense.
That's true. I got that scripture that you just brought out, mentioned on about the angry man.
Yeah. Why
This
not?
is Proverbs 22 and 24. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul.
Woo.
End up becoming like that, brother, man.
Yeah.
Get yourself caught up in the situation and get yourself put to death, man. You know, that's why I don't kick it with people like that. You know, brothers that be out here in their emotions and they get to talking out the side of their neck.
Short fuse.
And then the next thing you know, you
Y'all
became the
shit.
enemy just because you with this dude.
Yeah,
Now they want to
associated
take
with.
both you. Now they the op want to take both of you out.
Yep.
You gotta watch who you call your friends, man.
Yeah, cause hey, that's spiritual. Cause he be trying to give me his gamer information and all that. You know, I write it down like, oh, okay, you know, using Gal like, oh, okay, I'll add you on there. Nope. Ain't about to hear you curse out these little kids on the game and shit.
Angry man off
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah.
Shut your ass down. Always mad, man.
Richard
got-
Roundtree.
Yeah.
I got two more scripts. Once again, characteristics of Trump, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13. If thou be, this is chapter 13, verse 4. If thou be for his prophet, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. Verse 5. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and not be sorry for it. So y'all expecting an apology from this man from deliberately destroying the economy? It ain't gonna happen. He knew what he was doing. He's following orders. And if the only way Trump is gonna kiss your ass is if you got more money than him. That's all he recognized. Everybody else, shoot, they might as well be going him.
Yep.
And it's rumor circulating. I don't know how true this is, but I think they said Trump practiced Judaism now or something.
I wouldn't be
The
surprised.
same fake religion that the small hats do.
Small heads.
So yeah, it makes sense now why he's doing everything for their benefit, but to your detriment.
Not surprised.
Yeah, which they get into the Talmud.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, going into what's it called, the 7 Noahide laws too.
Mm-hmm.
Which man, what country was it? It was some other country. They was
Was it Germany?
yeah, it might have been Germany or something like that. They was getting rid of Christians or people that was out there reading the word, something like that.
No, that wasn't Germany. That was somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
But they starting the persecution, man. Now he trying to what they trying to do in the government. They trying to tie us to Islam and Christians.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought this was a Christian God-fearing nation, quote unquote.
What happened?
And now they talking about chopping off heads of Christians.
Because they believe on so-called Jesus.
And you know who hates cheese and rice?
small
The
hats.
wall humpers.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight, wall humpers, because I'm trying to understand your mind right now. You the Lord's people, but you don't believe in the Lord. How does that work, actually? I've been up many nights trying to figure that out.
Hey, the Lord said, I am not the author of confusion.
Exactly.
You people come with confusion. The Lord said, don't pray and prophesy with a hat on. You like, bet. I got my hat on.
And then not only a hat, they purposely cover the crown of their heads.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face to the Lord. You doing something like that on purpose. Everything this book says not to do, you do it.
Yeah.
And then not only do you do it, you exalt it. You introduce it to the world as folly, set in great dignity. Isaiah 5:20.
Yep.
Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, roughly paraphrasing. That's what you do. So how are you the Lord's people when all your actions show that you are totally against the Lord of this Bible? You could believe in whatever type of pink fairy you want to. That's what we call cheese and rice, the pink fairy.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. Oh, Bashimiahla, Shalom.
Shalom.
GMS Strive for the Mystery said Khan, he converted a few years ago.
See
that?
So that, yes, now y'all understand who he's truly serving. And he don't believe in the Bible. He's doing that to kiss ass
Hey,
and to get brownie points.
Psalms 50:16.
Yeah.
This is GMS Yahweh Hopeful Elect 777, Sirach 9 and verse 13. Keep thee far from me, from the man that have power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. If thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. You see that?
You talked him up.
You see?
Louisville
He
PD.
came up.
Louisville Metro. You done talked
see
up
that?
the devil.
Yep. Speak of the devil.
But they busting at you, go.
Yeah. But it's all good. We understand that the Lord has angels watching over us, man. You know, we had a couple times where, you know, throughout the YASHAMIAHLA, they didn't bother us. You know, they might have dropped by, they might have meddled, like, what y'all doing over here, you know? But, you know, because I know other brothers, they probably got bothered or, you know, not to the extent of these other camps, I should say, where they making a ruckus and a fuss,
Yeah.
you know, trying to provoke them.
Bull horns and
See that?
Come on, where he sounds like
speakers.
You know, you just keep preaching the word, you know. I know the script, I know in the law you're able to do this, but you know, they tell you to pack it up, you know, just use wisdom, just, you know, there ain't no use to go back and forth with them with the law, because it's just like, it's their kingdom. Just go up and move to a different spot or close up camp, you know.
Yeah, there's no point in you calling them out, be like, man, you an Edomite, man.
Yeah. Use wisdom, man.
Point. They gonna point that gun out, smoke your ass.
That's a lot of niggas be getting snatched up in these other camps, man.
Yeah, that's right. The police, they are one of the most emotional groups
Yeah.
of civil servants, you might say. They are very emotional because once you one up them, like you know the law better than them,
Yeah.
let's say they pull over a lawyer or something.
Yeah, seen it all the time.
Yeah, they get pissed off because they can't catch you up in their snares, those words. They can't catch you. And it's like they get pissed off. They get a little attitude, they turn into little hoes. And I'll say it again, there's no such thing as a good cop. It's not. Because of this one simple thing. I'm sure every cop has seen or heard something that they should have reported from their counterparts, but they didn't because they want to stay in the club.
Hey, matter of fact, that's the spirit, because you had the YouTube channel called Vice. Louisville Police was on there, man. So they was talking about how corrupt and wicked they are down here.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I remember years ago. I was a youngin'. Yeah, I was speeding. Yeah, they got me. But I don't know what happened. I guess they had like called my phone. They was over there joking around like, man, you need to come up to the police station. You owe us money and all that stuff. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, Louisville, very corrupt. Matter of fact, when they take you to jail and you get out, they're going to send you a bill in the mail.
Damn.
Because let's say you spend 2 nights in jail. They're going to charge you for them 2 nights. And food and whatever else they had to give you, they send you a bill in the mail. One of my co-workers went to jail, and he said they sent him a bill.
What the hell is this?
I'm
man?
like, what you doing with the tax money then?
Hey, wasn't it years ago we was over there at our old camp spot? So
Jake
they had like what, $12 million or so. They didn't know what to do with it.
19 million.
19
they had
million?
a surplus.
Yeah, you see.
But we got right down there on the river, Ohio River, and we seeing tires in the water. I'm like, you can start by cleaning up this nasty ass river. Since you got 19 million, you just don't know what to do with. Or you can stop charging people tolls, but we ain't gonna. That ain't gonna happen.
Man,
Esau ain't gonna turn down no money he ain't have to work for.
Yeah, he ain't stopping none of that.
Yeah, I actually got, even though I didn't travel to Indiana like that, I actually got very angry when they put up them tolls for that, man.
Hell yeah, I work in Indiana, so I depending on if I'm running late in the morning, if I leave the house on time, I can go through downtown and take the 2nd Street Bridge.
Yeah.
No toll.
Yeah,
But if I'm running late, I got to take that toll bridge.
yeah.
I don't take it on the way home because I ain't on nobody clock. You know, I can get home whenever I get home. So I go through downtown. I don't take the toll bridge. So, I mean, that's one way of doing it, but it's still an unrighteous decree. How you going to charge people for driving back and forth to work?
Yeah.
You gotta pay your taxes. Oh man.
And plus that bridge is done and paid for, man.
Yeah, it was paid for when they started on the project.
Yeah, see? But this man's so greedy, he gotta have that money. That's why the Lord gonna get your ass, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, enjoy it. As we brought out in Lamentations 4 and verse 21, you know, hey, just enjoy your kingdom while you can, man.
He think he's so-called helper, but he really destroying every damn thing, telling you that he's really benefiting everybody. No, hell no, man.
No, because that other bridge has been paid for, but they keep charging tolls. They said initially that they were going to charge tolls for 30 years until the bridge is paid off.
Bullshit.
That bridge is paid off before they even started groundbreaking.
Yeah.
That one bridge, man, they got the camera. They scanning everybody's license plate that go across the bridge back and forth every day.
Yeah, that's
24/7.
free money for him.
Yep.
This man ain't finna turn down no money he didn't have to work for. That ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Just like Title 4D, child support.
Mm-hmm.
That is an illegal act against American citizens. Taxing your paycheck is illegal. You're supposed to tax earnings, not wages. Meaning if Walmart made $100 million a year, you're supposed to tax how much they make. You are not supposed to tax how much you are being paid per hour. But once again, that's Esau again, not even following his own laws.
Unrighteous decrees.
I got a scripture for him in Sirach 19:25. It says, there is an exquisite subtlety, and the same is unjust, and there is one that turneth aside to make judgment appear, and there is a wise man that justifieth in judgment. And you devils, man, trying to make it seem like everything y'all doing is helping the people, but you really taking away from them. The Lord sees all of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that you doing getting past YASHAMIAHLA. The people are waking up every day to your madness that you doing.
Yeah, Esau has to have a bad guy. Even if he has to create one out of thin air by lying on, let's say, the migrants. Yeah, he lies on them because he needs a bad guy. Long as he has a bad guy, he can portray himself as being the good guy. So, he gonna lie on you to make you the bad guy. At first, he was helping them out. I thought you cared about them. You invited them here, gave them incentive to come here. You paid them money to come here. And like, just like that.
Yeah, Northern Kingdom.
Now they the
jacked
criminals.
up.
Now they the enemies.
Yep. Northern Kingdom getting jacked up, man.
Yeah, sending these people haven't committed not one crime, but you're going to send them to a prison in El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till the Lord get here. I can't wait, YASHARAHLA, to see what he do to y'all asses. Because y'all ain't right, man. You people have no empathy. You wasn't given empathy. That's why you are unfit to rule.
God. Now I think Benjamin and Levi is getting it too. I think they next on the list. From the ones that moved up here in Babylon the Great. They're next.
Canada doing it too.
Canada, yep.
They deporting they deporting Benjaminites.
Yep.
That proves his hatred for you too. You jakes don't see it. I don't know what to tell you.
Man, look at all the stuff he doing. Black MAGA. Did you know that? Did you know that this man is trying to delete so-called black history? Did you know he was trying to delete all the so-called black military war heroes, all that history, Tuskegee Airmen, so on and so forth? Did you know that, Black MAGA? Why you still trying to kiss this man's ass while he steals from you? Hey, I see why the Lord gonna put two things
matter of fact,
man.
The Avengers, man, you had I believe his name was Isaiah, the Jake. Isaiah, he was like one of the first ones that took that super serum that was like a Captain America, and they tried to wipe his name away. That's what they doing with you, and he knew it. You know, that's why when you watch the movie, you know, ain't trying to get into all the spoilers, but you know, he was mad at America, man. He was looking at damn, what's his name? The new Captain America that's a Jake now. Right, he was looking at him sideways, like,
Brave
"Come on,
New
man."
World.
Yeah, he was looking at him sideways, like, "Why you wearing that? Why are you fighting for these people? Don't you see what they did to me? They tried to wipe me out, man."
Oh yeah, that one older Jake.
Yeah, the older Jake with the superpower.
They tried to make him just seem like he was the bad guy on there. Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
See,
go
that's
into
what-
too much. If you didn't see it.
Yeah. I ain't trying to go into it too much.
That's what these people do, man. Think about their history. First, they told the world they was us. They still repeating this lie. They want to be able to say that you Israelites never were here. They want to put themselves in a position to be able to say that they were here and only them all along. So what you gonna do, Black MAGA?
There's a large
You gonna
group of
serve-
Edomites, man, exposing their own people. A lot of them probably ain't even Edomites. They probably speckled bird Jakes.
That's what I think it is, especially a lot of so-called Edomite women. They is ratting this man out left and right because they tired of his stupid lying ass. Trump is a prime example. Trump is, if you look up Edomite in the dictionary, you gonna see Trump. The most proudest thing this planet has ever seen.
Caesar.
Yep.
Yeah, this man is so proud. Look at all his tweets, how he be talking shit to the other nations, man. But like I said, give him some boxing gloves. Let's see how tough you really. Let's see if you can dance. Let's see if you can talk that talk. I mean, walk that walk you talking.
His toupee probably gonna fall off, man.
And now it's speculation that he's developing dementia, all kind of mental illness. But you want to talk shit, and you can't even fight. I bet your wife beat your ass.
Probably. I got I'm gonna get some of these comments on the comment board, the Warner Brothers. This is our GMS, YAHWH, hopeful elect again. This is our Proverbs 13 verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a company of fools shall be destroyed. You see that? That's why we getting on you Jakes that out there that voted for Trump, or just voted for in general, for Kamala Harris or whatever. You trust and believe that this kingdom is going to be here and run forever, or whoever's in office is for your best interest. No. All right, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua is for your best interest. You just got to, you know, hey, get this word while you can. You know, endure hardness as a good soldier, and, you know, hey, we look up, we in the kingdom. All right, but nah, Jake don't have the eyes to see that. Right? So they see these tangible things and thinking, you know, they put their trust in that, now realizing it's going to fail them.
What is that? Deuteronomy 17 and 15, where you ain't supposed to set up your these other nations over you.
Over you. Yep.
I can read that real quick. It's verse 15 in Deuteronomy 17. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." And these people, they not related to us in any shape, form, or fashion. They don't have nothing to do with us.
Nope.
They consulting against y'all behind closed doors, man.
Yeah, Psalms 83.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring that up right here. A
Psalms
song
83,
of a
Psalms
song
2.
or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And you see why they trying to get rid of the black history, so-called black history, man. They trying to sweep that shit under the rug because they don't care about you.
They want to be able to say that you were never here. I got to, but yet, despite that, despite Esau's history of showing you Jakes how much he hates you, y'all still wanna lock hands with him. This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11. And this is repeating itself all over again. There's nothing new under the sun. This is happening again. But this time, this group is called Black MAGA. In those days, went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And guess what? You still gonna have sorrow because you make a covenant with Trump and them, he still hates you. You think if you kiss enough ass that you gonna change his mind? That's what you thinking. No. The more ass you kiss, the less he respects you, fool.
Hey, you know, it's like a woman in the world, man. The more you show interest, she don't want you.
No.
But the minute you like, you know, I brush her off, I miss her calls, she wants you. You know, that's how EDOM is moving, man.
You gotta learn how to play hard to get.
Yeah. Why you picking up my phone? Who you talking to?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be free and available all the time. That's boring. There ain't no challenge. Make it hard, Black MAGA. Don't just go down there with them red ass hats, skinning and grinning.
You got a lot of Jakes, man, that the elder in South Carolina, he been doing a lot of videos on a lot of Jakes, man, that's they know they're Israelites, but at the same time they talk about some you can't hate them, you can't boast them, it's like bullshit. You can't be proud for them. What the hell are you talking
about?
That's
them Yah Israelites.
Yeah.
The elder told us about y'all. Yah. He told us about y'all, man. Because y'all ain't nothing but Christians who know y'all Israelites.
That's all it is. That's all it is, man. I'm gonna get some of these scriptures on the comment board again. Let me see which one I'm gonna give. GMS, Yahweh, hopefully. Psalms 50 and verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my words behind thee. Psalms 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take it thy covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. You see? Because they declared, damn, I forgot what year, but it was the year of the Bible, right? And you pretty much put yourself in the coffin for that, man. And you see that your ways are contrary to the Bible, man. Right? These people don't like instruction. These people are wicked. You go against your own laws, man. Yeah. They're not in trouble as other men. You go against your own laws, man. As I was saying earlier, you know, what was that? What's that term called? You know, for the if you can say it again, with the stocks insider trading. Yeah. You see, he should have got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I told you, man. Trump is giving these judges hell when all they got to do is lock his ass up. His borders are. He said he don't care what the judges say. We still going after the migrants and anybody who look like one. These people hate instruction. They break their own laws. So how you expect them to do right by you if they break their own laws? They don't care about nothing. But you want to be all hurt and shocked because this man's showing that he's the devil.
Tawada, 1983, the year of the Bible. This is from GMS Strive from the Masteries Tawada. It was escaping me, damn devil. But Tawada, it was designed as a year of the Bible, designated as a year of the Bible by President Ronald Reagan. This designation, made in February 1983, was part of Proclamation 5018, which recognized the Bible influence on the nation's history and culture. But as we see, this country, this kingdom is contrary to the ways of the Bible, right? as in pushing these alphabet movements,
Mhm.
right? Things behind the scenes that you don't know or see, you know, child sacrifices, laying down with children, right? These are contrary to the laws of the Bible, right? Defrauding your neighbor, right? Child support, right? Usury,
theft. I mean, the list goes on and on with this man.
right? The Lord said He's not a respecter of persons. You know, the things that some of these top officials are doing, whether it's in front of you or behind the scenes, they supposed to get in trouble with that.
Yep.
You know what? It's pretty much poetic justice. The most wickedest nation on the planet, and their leader is a criminal. That's poetic justice right there. That'll show you, if that don't tell you that America is about to get what it deserves, because the Lord already gave you what you deserve in the form of a 34-count felony. But y'all expect this man to be righteous. He was never righteous. And he finna show you his horns. He don't give a damn if you're an Edomite or not. The only thing that matters to Trump is if you got money. That's all he cares about. That's all he worships. Money. And now they trying to they about to do away with paper checks.
Yep, I saw that.
So yeah, they setting the stage to go fully digital.
Yeah, when I had an apartment, Wadi YASHAMIAHLA, I got a house now, sheesh.
Man.
But when I had an apartment, they was already getting rid of that. I think me and him was under the same ownership of the apartment. I forget what company it was, but they were getting rid of they was already getting rid of paper checks. They just wanted you to pay everything online.
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, it's a few complexes out there that still take money orders.
Yeah.
But they about to phase them out too. They want instant transactions. They don't want to have to wait 2-3 days for a check to clear.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. No, they want instant in your account like that.
People are begging for that stuff, man. A lot of Jake, man, y'all gonna take that to you be, man.
Yeah,
They
y'all-
be like, what the fuck is this, man? Y'all ain't got no time to pay, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they gonna love it until Esau decide to get greedy and just go in your account and take whatever he wants.
They
You
got
don't have
some
to owe
shit
him
out there.
shit. He'll just take it.
Yeah. That's why we telling y'all, man, y'all through. The scriptures say y'all through if y'all take that thing, man. Because you just say something wrong. They even show you that in Black Mirror and all these other shows.
1984.
You say something wrong, that's it. Your chip is cut off, man.
Right. You don't have to break a law. All you gotta do is piss them off or go against the grain or go against their lies. That's how petty Eddie is, man.
And in some cases, they just put your ass to death with it.
Exactly. You don't have to break no law for Esau to come after you. All you got to do is disagree.
Yeah, you extra through, man. And then you gonna be like us out there, you know. Spirit change, but hey, we gonna be good, man. We gonna be good. Yahweh desire we of those men. You know, the scriptures speak of, you know, some of the men are gonna be so protected that not even one hair of your head is gonna be touched, man.
Nope.
And you gotta believe in that.
You got a couple of Bitcoins you
Yeah,
can spare.
it's
No.
looking like Squidward out there.
That's why we told. Why y'all think this man is so much in love and worship technology so much? Because he can blow your house up with a keyboard. All he got to do is dispatch a drone.
Yep.
He can drain your bank account with a keyboard. That's why he's so crazy about technology. He does wickedness with it. He weaponizes technology against the people. And these people in this country are the stupidest because they haven't realized yet that this government has declared war on them.
Once again, going back to the 7 Noahide laws, man. You worshiping cheese and rice, which is right. If you worshiping another god in one stone, you're supposed to be put to death. But, you know, this country was supposedly built by, you know, as we just read in the year of the Bible, you know. but they looking at it not as Yahweh Bashim El Shah. They looking at it as the cheesiest, man.
Mm-hmm.
So these people worship the cheesiest, not knowing, or some may know, that they're gonna get put to death for it, man.
Man, I used to live like kind of close to like a Islamic temple. Every time I drove past it, I always think, yeah, y'all gonna get destroyed. Every time,
Yeah.
that came to my head. And they, of course, they some Ishmaelites, but the Lord ain't dealing with that shit, man. When He come back, that shit gonna be hit by fire, man. It's gonna be hit by a damn missile, man.
Hey, matter of fact, man, I think you showed a video of it. that one, I don't know what his name is, some new rapper coming up. He said these rappers that's going to Islam, they either gay or about to be gay, and they doing it for protection. And I think they showed like a video of him. Like, nigga, I thought you was speaking against this. Now you look at him, he got on a black fingernail polish on his fingernails.
See,
I'm like, yeah, I forget that cat's name, man.
they don't make rappers like they used to.
I'm just like, you were just speaking against that, but now you putting fingernail polish on your fingernails, man.
You know what happened? he got approached.
Yeah.
They pulled him to the side. Hey, you think you can make me a gay record? Even Meek Mill said it. He said, if you put some bullshit on the record to promote wickedness amongst the youth, they pay you more money.
Yep.
I think shoot, that rapper The Little Baby said it in one of his songs, man. Just blatantly out there on the radio too.
Oh,
Same sentiment.
another thing came out. They said that Sexy Red was a CIA. She was down with the CIA to turn you Eves out. It was a mission, and then y'all fell for it. So y'all trying to clown us. When they dropped that movie, they cloned Tyrone. They cloned you too, Eve.
A lot of them cats are, a lot of them people in them prominent positions are agents, man. I seen the video. I think Elder Zaba put it up there. It was a freaking pastor. He was talking about how he sat in this room with a bunch of ATF and a bunch of CIA agents, and they was talking about how they had things in the play that they were going to do to the American people, but he wouldn't speak on it because he can't. Nigga, you a part of it.
You part of
Exactly.
it. Exactly.
You know what? Charleston White brought that point out. He was like, a lot of y'all pastors are CIA and FBI operatives. Think about it. Let's say you in jail for a crime. They're going to send the pastor in there to interrogate you. But you don't know you being interrogated. Just tell me what happened, son.
Father, I sinned.
Get it off your chest, son. Exactly. Get it off your chest, son. Tell me what really happened that night.
They got that set up for AI.
Exactly. They got an AI cheese and rice,
you
man.
You can sit in there and confess everything about yourself to this AI who is downloading your secrets into a database so they know everything about you, man.
Exactly, man. They gonna send that pastor up in your jail cell to get information. But you don't even know you being interrogated. You thinking that you confessing. You in a confession session with the reverend. No, he's interrogating you.
It's lucky,
Look,
she need to learn how to train her boys, girls.
she probably be doing them too much. Get down.
Them women
They ain't
no
got no
niggas, man.
clothing section in Petco for nothing.
But shoot, that reminds me because I believe the UK government is getting on Apple because Apple was supposed to have an encryption for all your photos, all your information, all that stuff. To where, you know, even if, you know, CIA, you know, whoever wanted to get into it, they can't get into it. But the UK government is getting on Apple, if I'm not mistaken, because they want those encryptions. So now, you know, just like the USB-C port, them changing that, I believe now, if I'm not mistaken, they give it into the government. And so now all your information, all your, you know, things that you're thinking that you're taking videos and photos, you know, in private, now they can be uncovered.
Yeah, that's why the elders told us, the apostles. I remember his words. He said, "Do not get these little apps on your phone that use biometrics, because your retinal scan, your fingerprints." Verse 11, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words. For with much communication will he tempt thee, and smile upon thee will get out thy secrets.
Woo.
He gonna hold a conversation, just to small talk, just to find out what he need to know about you. How's the weather?
Yeah.
It's all right. Bye.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say.
That's all you got to do. You know, even with the people at your job, man.
Yeah, when he start a conversation with you out the blue, he trying to find something out.
Yep.
This man is subtle. He had what exquisite subtlety. What the Bible says he has. Sneaky as hell, man.
Then you sit there like, then you sit there like he was cool as hell.
Yeah, that was a cool brother.
He just got up. He just got over.
Yeah. You being interrogated. Reverse interrogation, that's what they call it. You don't even know you being interrogated. You think you in a confession.
You know you fucked up, don't you?
Exactly.
I mean, they show you. I'll be watching these interrogation rooms, man. They make you comfortable. That's why they ask you. You want a drink? Want some food?
You want a square?
Yeah. You want a square?
Play that good cop, bad cop role. Look, man, you can level with me, man. He ain't in here right now. You can tell me. I ain't telling you shit. You got on the badge too.
They got cameras, so even if they in there and you talking to yourself like, man, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
They got all that on camera, man.
Mm-hmm. This man is a perfect devil. And it just blows my mind how you Israelites, despite all the proof right on in front of you on the table, laid out, you still get this man the benefit of a doubt, but will cut your brother off for little to next to nothing.
Quick as hell.
Cool, man.
Let me get some more scriptures on the comment board. Be like-minded for her sins. This is Revelation 18 and verse 5. For her sins has reached unto heaven. Power, remember her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she have filled to her double. Right? And that's what's coming down the pipeline, man. That's why we telling you, Jakes, man, spiritually, get the heck up out of Babylon. Get out of the ways of Babylon, or you will be destroyed. Because the way that Trump is talking, he's asking for those missiles. Let's get some more. GMS Yahweh hopeful elect. Zechariah 13 verse 2. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua of hosts, I will cut off the names of the idols out of the land, and they shall no more be remembered. Pursuant to what the brother had said earlier, you know, about seeing the Islamic temple, you know, saying that they're going to be destroyed. All these idols, just in general, is going to be destroyed. They're not going to be remembered. They're not going to be worshipped. And if you other nations do try to worship another god and win a stone, hey, that's your ass. Hey, it's going to be like, fight back, nigga. You know?
Pop up. It's going to be like low-key.
Yeah.
It's going to be 7 of me pop up or surround your ass and beat your ass. And I'm going to be sitting there with the popcorn. It's going to be 7 of me. I'm not going to touch you. But 7 of my replicas going to beat your ass.
That's that plunk of mini right
And we ain't going to tell you why the hell rock is out. We ain't going to tell you why. You going to know why.
You going to know why.
When 7 motherfuckers just pop up around you, oh, shit. You might well just brace.
I think of this Black Dynamite episode, I think where they had 7 of them pop up or something, and then in the middle, and they just all just punched them at the same time.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what's going to happen. Yahweh rock is out. We of that number. Remember, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got a sense of humor. That's where we get it from. Shoot, knowing Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, our father, he probably gonna be laughing at us, punishing y'all.
Punishing y'all, man.
All right.
Hey, pursuant to Ezekiel 25, man, he gonna be using us. Yahweh Ratazah, we help those men, you brothers on the comment board, you brothers that's watching, Yahweh Ratazah. All right, brothers out there that's doing the work, he's gonna use us to put that beat down on the heathens. And you 2/3, as the apostle said, gonna jump over E to get to J.
Yeah.
Because we got all the time in the world to get on E.
Got all the time in the world, baby. Think about it. We got a sense of humor. We got salt. Think how much more Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got.
Ooh. He said he gonna laugh at their
calamity. They'll figure it out though when 7 dudes pop up, 7 twins just pop up out of a puff of smoke. Oh man, I messed up, didn't it? Pop, pop,
Yep,
pop,
yep.
pop, pop. Yep, yeah, you did.
Got them lumps all over you, man.
Willie Lump in the field. Looking like Martin when he was in that boxing ring with Gina. That's how we gonna send you home. And your wife gonna ask you, you said something you shouldn't have said, didn't you? Yep. And them 7 twins just popped up out of nowhere. And they put the flops on me.
Hey, even if you die, get back up, nigga.
No, we ain't gonna kill you. No, you got work in the morning. No, you ain't going nowhere.
I got Proverbs 29:2, relaying back on how this kingdom is being run and why you people out here mourning because this man is in power, you know. But that time gonna come when the Israelites gonna get back in power, and the world will be able to rejoice in even these trees, you know. But this is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's all you're seeing right now. You're seeing a ton of Americans going to social media crying about their living situations and how they can't afford to live no more. So just know that that's gonna be even more of a common thing than what you're seeing now. Because things ain't really hit the fan yet, bro. Y'all ain't felt them tariffs yet.
Yeah, they paused it for 90 days.
90 days.
So because I'll be watching these people talking about the new game systems that's supposed to be coming out. You know, they can't wait to reserve their copy. You know, hey, y'all desire. If I get mine, I get it. But you know, it is what it is. They're like, oh man, the tariffs are paused for 90 days. We can reserve our copies, man. You know, they so happy.
They still looking for some mirth.
Yeah. Not knowing what's coming down the pipeline, as we read earlier. A prudent man perceived the evil and hide himself, but the simple pass on and are punished, is roughly paraphrasing. You know, you waiting for that new game system, not knowing that, hey, you spend all that money on the game system, you probably won't be eating, man.
Yeah, you might have to eat that.
You might have to eat that.
Give me another circuit board. I'm still hungry. And this how you know that there is no more wisdom in teaming. The elder Malcolm, he on his video he put out this morning, he had a video in his video, and it said that they want to cut down natural trees and put up mechanical trees. What these mechanical trees are supposed to do, they're supposed to extract CO2 out the air and redisperse oxygen. Okay. How you gonna power these trees? Oh, they solar powered. Okay. Well, the sun ain't out. How they gonna do it at night? I mean, these people are stupid. You gonna take something that does it naturally. You gonna do away with that. And you gonna do something mechanical. And it all lands back on the point that he was making, that Esau has been at war with nature. Yeah. Because nature is at war with Esau. Because Esau is not a part of this world. Think about it. If he was a part of this world, he wouldn't get skin cancer just from coming out and chilling on the porch. No, he wouldn't. He's not a part of this world, at least not for the long run. He's just here for a short term, a short period of time. He was not created to truly exist for eternity on earth. Yeah. You just here for a short period of time.
Hey, that's why as you read in Obadiah 1, verse 16 on down, if I'm not mistaken, right, they're going to be done away with, which that is balance. We're going to live forever. That man's going to be put in the dirt. Well, he's going to be put in the fire, put in the coals, man. Yep. Right?
After you rebuild our kingdom.
Yeah, after you do that, right?
Yeah.
That's the least you can do.
Oh, he going to do it.
Yeah,
whether
he
won't do it or not. You don't have a choice in this, bro. Understand that. The Lord is going to make you do it. What did the Lord say, roughly paraphrasing? For all those who rather me not reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. And then he gonna pop you right back up and tell you to get to work.
Pick your head up, nigga. Get back to work.
Rise. Get back out there.
I'm gonna grab this scripture real quick because you was talking about how, you know, these cats out here reserving the little video games, trying to keep their mind off of reality.
Yeah.
You know, this is Ecclesiastes 7:1. No, I'm gonna go to 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, man.
Bam.
You see that? You know, y'all too busy worried about that mirth. Like I said, that's all I see all day, every day is people looking for some fun to have. You going to these concerts, shootouts happening. You know, you going to these theme parks, motherfuckers getting thrown off the roller coasters.
Oh man.
You know, y'all just worried about this mirth, man, and that's what's gonna get you caught up in that blast that's getting ready to take place later, man.
Man, what was it? You had that club that collapsed, killed like several baseball players.
Was it DR?
Yeah, I believe so.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah, it was in Dominican Republic.
And then I saw earlier there was like some block party, and then you had a shootout over there. And then what was it? Yesterday you had a helicopter crash, another helicopter crash.
Yeah, that was another
It was a CEO and his family.
Wow.
I think that was a hit.
That had to be.
I think that was a hit because this man had money. And
Yeah.
what else happened? 3 Eves. They died in a car crash. They was going like 116 miles an hour,
nigga.
and they were drinking. 3 Eves, all of them, they got tossed out the car. The car flipped several times. So yeah, judgment still going out. And then we are still in the sifting. Sifting don't stop. And a lot of y'all who don't want to take heed, go ahead and be a prepper. Ain't nothing wrong with prepping. But guess what? You're going to have just enough supplies to survive all the way until the missiles come.
Oh, that's going to be given unto us, Slocky Yuck.
Your supplies ain't going to save you from no nuke.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. A nightclub, roof collapse, crushing hundreds of people, including celebrities. Said DR, yeah, we'll put that in the comments. But yeah, the major judgments is definitely going out here, man.
I remember you mentioned amusement parks. I remember a couple years ago, this one young Jake, he was on this ride that goes up and it just drops. And when it was falling, he was too big to really be on the ride, but the dude didn't say nothing. And he ended up falling to his death and he died.
Damn, I remember that.
Man.
Damn.
I remember
It was
that.
some Jake.
Yeah.
The dude didn't say nothing.
You were supposed to say something.
Yeah, I'm sure his family sued.
Yeah, they got some money, but they ain't gonna bring it back.
No. See, if y'all were wise, y'all would see this world like that movie franchise Final Destination.
Damn, yeah.
Because you know how it says in the book, the Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Yep.
Yeah. Watch a couple of those Final Destination movies and see how death finds you, regardless of how smart you think you are, how you think you're gonna outsmart death. No, there is no such. If you dead, it was meant for you to die.
There's another ride too where there was it spins in the air, flips and all this stuff, and they all flew off. They all died. I was like, damn.
See, and that you can accredit that to Esau laziness, because you know how he hates to work. Everybody want a job, don't nobody want to work. This man will clock in and ride the clock all day, but get an attitude if he actually got to do his job.
Yeah.
So you think they've been doing routine maintenance on these rides on a regular basis?
Nah.
Probably not.
Shoot, that one amusement park in Kentucky Kingdom down here. Hey, somebody, I
little
remember
girl.
in 07, I was like super young, but I remember some girl got her leg cut off.
Yeah.
They shut it down for like some years, then they reset it back up because
Brought it
another
back.
company bought it, but a lot of them rides still be getting stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they do, they'll shut down, change the name, claim they're under new management. And this is one of the loopholes that Esau uses all the time to keep from paying people out. The people that sue him, he'll change the name. So with him changing the name, the old name of that business no longer exists if he changes it to a new name. Therefore, that business is no longer in business, so you can't sue them. They no longer exist.
New name with the same.
But it's the
old
same
shit.
amusement park
Yeah.
under a different name, under different management.
Yeah, that's why when you go to Kentucky Kingdom, because I remember when that happened, I was either middle school or high school. I remember when that happened. Shoot, it might even been elementary school. Sure, I forget exactly when it happened. But shoot, you go back up to Kentucky Kingdom still to this day, that ride is still there.
Yep.
And I'm just like, hey, nah, film.
I'm good. I'm
good.
I was in the roller coasters when I was younger, but now reality kicked in. I'm like,
Yeah,
do these people really do maintenance on these rides?
Hell no.
They do a visual. That's what they call it.
It look good.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. They'll do a walk by, a visual, but they don't do regular maintenance. Like, for example, your car. You pop the oil cap off, that's a visual. The actual maintenance is changing the oil in the filter.
Yep.
That's the difference. And Esau lazy as hell. He ain't finna do shit if he don't have to.
Yeah.
And if you force him, he gonna get attitude.
Oh man, that's very true.
Esau ass, he also this with the National Weather Services will no longer translate weather alerts from non-English speakers.
Pity
so
it.
they see how petty that is. They not even the people that don't speak English. They not gonna get alerts if a tornado is around the corner or a
you see
hurricane.
that?
Just let you die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, that going back to the example I gave earlier about the new Superman comic book, you know? They're not gonna let you know. It's just gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
You're
they're just gonna be out.
you know.
You're done.
But see, the nation of Edom never stood together. Never. Go back to the book of Genesis. Esau himself sold his whole nation out for some soup, bruh. So y'all damn sure ain't gonna stand together in the last days. Y'all gonna be cutthroat in a mug. Why?
Hey, see they down there.
They
in
cutthroat
Florida.
now.
Down there in Florida, training like a mug right now, dog.
And they try to label us crabs in a barrel. No, that's you Edomites all day. 'Cause I done seen a best friend try to get the other one fired because he wanted his position.
See that?
But they supposed to been tight though. No, y'all's a bunch of born backstabbers anyway.
They be getting on that one Jake, John Morant, NBA. He be doing gun celebrations and all that. No man, get y'all damn Edomites, man. All he doing is doing a damn celebration, and y'all getting on this
They
nigga
made
man
that
every
man
day.
throw grenades now. He's throwing grenades now.
See, you're
Yeah,
not in
he
trouble
had-
like other men,
But
man.
I think what was it? Another NBA player from the Golden State Warriors did the same thing,
Man,
and he
yeah,
didn't
they
get in
all
trouble.
do that shit, man. But they want to make Jake the damn face of the destruction, man. Now it's you Edomites.
That's Esau do as I say, not as I do.
You know the commissioner of the NBA, he's a small head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly ass, alien looking ass.
Skinny
man.
neck, round, big head ass.
Yeah, just like all those lobbyists in Washington that Trump is currently kissing ass and brown nosing. This government is under a coup, and your president has been compromised. Nation of Edom, y'all need to accept it that one of your own sold you out for money.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot of these reporters, you know, like that one coon, Stephen A. Smith. I think he funny, but he be cooning a lot of times. Like he be talking about some, well, you need them, they don't need you. Now, if it wasn't for Jake, there would be no damn NBA.
No, everybody looking at that unseasoned ass shit if it was just Edomites, how they ran around like this back in the 50s.
Man, take them motherfuckers
430.
forever to score 2 points.
Yeah.
Falling over their own feet, falling off their shoes.
Hey, there was a one, I'll say appear to be, he played for the Lakers, his name is Austin Reeves. He said, I look at all the other, he called them white. You know, they're not white, but he called all the other ones in the NBA that are so-called white. He said, man, I look around, and they not that good.
Exactly.
I was like,
I mean,
well, obviously.
I'll say it's
Ain't got no salt, man. You just need a sprinkle. That's all. And sprinkle that basketball court with a few jakes, just a little bit, and watch how it turns into a party.
Man, they need some serum in their body before
I
they
mean,
play a game.
Shoot, when they first started with the basketball and they saw Jake dribbling, they thought that was magic, man. That's witchery, you know?
They try to call
You
that
know?
witchcraft.
Yeah, witchcraft, man. And
Exactly.
that's why Jake was banned. You go into the history, they didn't want Jake in the league. But then when they actually started integrating Jake in the league, that's when, you know, eventually he started up and popping,
They
man.
did that shit with baseball.
Yeah,
too.
baseball too.
That movie Life.
Yo.
Can't get right.
Yeah.
Soon they saw how that boy could hit,
They got
They
him out
gave
of
him a
life
pardon.
sentence.
because they finna make money off it. They finna get rich off it. Let him out of prison.
From doing life.
Exactly. They saw them dollar signs when
Yeah.
that boy hit that ball. That's Esau, man. He will exploit the shit out of you and then take all the credit.
Did y'all see that video circling around the Edomite woman and had let her son fight a little Jake, and they was out there fighting or whatnot. Little Jake was kind of getting at him, and she took off on the little kid Jake.
Jumped in
And start calling them niggers, talking about how she beat all these, she beat up all kind of black niggers all her life and all of this.
See,
She went to jail. They gave her a $500 bond.
Oh,
You got to see that video in the chat.
Yeah, most definitely I will. It was
But
I seen it on Facebook.
that goes back to my initial point. If you were superior, you would be superior with on a level plane. You wouldn't have to have the game rigged in your favor. You wouldn't have to have help when you getting your ass beat. No, Jake reigns superior, even at a disadvantage. And that's something that you cannot stand. You cannot take our glory. You can't. It was given to us by YASHAMIAHLA. So no matter how much you try to diminish us, that's how much more we gonna shine anyway.
Shoot,
and make you look even worse.
Your women is flocking to us.
They've
And
been
we in
doing
captivity,
that
man. They've been doing it.
effortlessly. We don't have to get at them. They're getting at us.
Man.
So yeah, Jake is superior across the board because he doesn't have to have the game rigged to beat your ass.
I got this in Psalms 137. I'm gonna start at verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, they were sat down and wept. When they remembered Zion, we hung our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. And there they carried us away captive and required us a song and they that wasted us required us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion's. Verse 4, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Right? And so, we always been the Edomites' entertainment, man. Pursuant to the movie that the brother brought up, the music, the basketball, the football, whatever, and we doing good on their team. Oh man, they praising you, man. But the minute your team mess up, nah, you all types of nigger and this and that, man.
Yeah. Just like they told I think it's probably LeBron. Somebody in the NBA, shut up and dribble.
Yeah, they told LeBron to do that.
Kyrie too.
Kyrie too.
Yeah. Shut up and dribble. Just like they did Colin Kaepernick. They don't want you out here voicing your opinion. We pay you billions to play a child's game, and that's what you gonna do. You're not paid to have an opinion.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's
what's
their
his name?
spirit though.
What's his name? Jerry for the
Cowboys.
For the Cowboys, yeah.
I forgot his last name.
Yeah, he was one. Hey, they showed pictures. That's how you know Stephen A's a bitch, man. Cause they have pictures of Jerry. Forget his last name at the moment.
Jerry Jones.
He was out there, yelling at Israelites, man. At the time where they was integrating us into their schools and stuff. He was one of those little boys that was out there yelling out, they right fragility rants out at Jake, man.
There's also a video of I think Jamie Foxx was recorded next to him, and there's a video of Jerry Jones next to him, and he's just basically calling out Jake's sizes and all that stuff, saying all this nasty stuff. Man, he cut the video off. I'm like,
Nasty,
hell no.
nigga. Yeah, I remember that nasty, man. That's how they move, man.
See, they got it. That's them being accepted by Esau. Remember, Esau just like Eve. If you're a strong Israelite man, a manly man, you are a threat to Esau and Eve.
Yeah.
Esau and Eve only deals with simps, gays, and betas, and Uncle Toms. That's all they deal with.
Yeah, I think the proper term is Sambo.
Yeah.
Because I believe Uncle Tom was actually the guy that they telling you not to be like, because he was the one that was going against the grain. So I think the proper term is Sambo. You see how they even twist that, man.
Yeah, the Sambos.
Yeah.
The Uncle Ruckuses.
Uncle Ruckus.
That's all they deal
yeah.
with, because these are the type of Israelites that they're comfortable around just because that they're not a threat to Esau's lies that he got in place to proclaim his superiority / fragility.
That's them. I be a good boy mindset.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah, that's them. That's them. Back in the reincarnation.
What was it? Samuel Jackson.
Django.
Yeah, from Django. Over there crying like.
It's your candy. He looked just like Uncle Ruckus, man, in that movie. They knew exactly what they was doing. And then he played another Sambo.
At the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, this past halftime show. He got on an Uncle Sam suit. It don't get no more sellout than that. And then you wonder why Samuel Jackson got so much money.
Man, he got so
Because
much money.
Esau loves him. He's the perfect little boy.
As soon as he speak out, Esau gonna throw his ass in the garbage, spear his name like he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, he's a good boy right now.
Hey, they doing it with Diddy, man. You know, Terrence Howard, all of a sudden out the blue. This is why I'm like, why didn't you say this earlier?
He said anybody who went to Diddy party, they got bent over.
Yeah, damn. You see that?
They got hammered.
He
Yep.
said he tried to
He
get
said they
him.
got hammered.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about with alcohol either.
Yeah, it shows that he tried to get him.
Yeah, but my thing is,
Probably got him.
If you knew the deal, why even go if you ain't into that? So you gonna go just to tell people you ain't into that? No. You make a stronger statement just by not going. So I don't believe T.D. Jakes. I don't believe Marlon Wayans. I don't believe Denzel Washington. All of them had the same response, which lets me know it was scripted.
Yeah.
Or I left early.
I left early.
Come on, man.
I was there for a little second.
If you ain't with the shit, why you even go? If you knew what time it was, you knew what time it was. It's like the elder said, man. That Hollywood society is very small. So if one celebrity know they're Israelite, all of them know.
Yep.
If one of those celebrities know about the Diddy parties, all of them know. So if you really wasn't with that shit, you wouldn't even been there. So I don't believe that you left early. None of that.
Shoot, you got this Christian rapper Lecrae. I remember hearing him talking about. He didn't say the name, but I got the gist that he was talking about a Diddy party. Oh, I went to this one party and they was doing all types of stuff. I'm like, nigga, you went to a Diddy party.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I ain't gonna tell you the name. I'm like, man, you
ain't
with
got
the,
to tell it.
you with the you with the juice.
You got jizz though.
He said with the juice.
You got oiled up.
It's an audio
That's how I
going
see it.
on right now.
You got
It's
cotton swab.
It's an audio floating around right now on social media with that fruity dude, Bad Bunny.
Oh, the Northern
Latino
Kingdom
rapper
dude.
Yeah, he got ran through by Diddy. They got
Damn.
They got an audio out there
Oh, he
with
definitely
him
was
getting
getting
ran
money.
through.
I wouldn't be
Him and Meek
surprised.
Mills, they got an audio recording.
I wouldn't be
And he's
surprised.
still trying to deny it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it, bro.
You
Yeah,
ain't
you
hard.
good? You good?
You ain't hard.
Diddy was literally out here telling niggas to take that.
They just
Like,
didn't know what he meant. I thought he was talking about dancing. I ain't know he was talking about that.
He was dancing with Diddy on that pole.
I'm like, I mean, you niggas.
Them niggas was fruity as
I
hell.
mean, how far you will go for $1 bill?
Notorious, you wasn't innocent either. How you was sitting next to Diddy in that video, rubbing your jaw all on his hand like a little girl, bro.
Ain't no real man doing that, man.
And there was a transsexual in Biggie
In
video.
Biggie's video, yo. See,
Tupac.
that's
Tupac.
see,
Like,
that's
you niggas, y'all will sell y'all manhood like it's nothing. Don't you know once that's gone, you can never get that back.
It's over.
I got a scripture for you niggas, man. This is Sirach 13, verse 4. It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what Esau do with you, Jakes, man. As soon as you go against the grain, spread your name, you go to jail for life. Hey, all these Jakes out here, what you call them, Bill Cosby,
Nick Cannon.
yeah, Nick Cannon,
Under
Kyrie
the bus
Irving,
you go.
R. Kelly. Some of them probably did some of these things that you accuse him of, but Esau does all these things and more.
He does, I mean, to a high level. Prime example, Hugh Hefner.
oh yeah.
Why
yeah.
this man never been in jail? But
They
they quick to
bragging
call
about
out.
him.
They quick to lie on Bill Cosby. They quick to lie on Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yep.
They quick to lie. I still, to this day, I still think Mystical didn't rape nobody, man. I think they wanted to keep him in prison for something else, because he knows about something. I'm like, man, this dude was hot when he went to jail.
Got to be.
They took that nigga's song Pussy Crook and demonized him with that as well, with them rape charges.
That's the thing. See, when he went to jail, he was still hot. He was still doing shows. His music was still popular. So in that sense, he still had female fans.
Yeah.
So why would he rape anybody?
You mean grape?
Grape
Yeah.
Salakia. Why would he
Good.
grape anybody that's willing to sleep with him? It don't make sense. But see, now it all makes sense now, after the fact that if Esau wants to demonize you or discredit you or gaslight you so nobody will ever take you seriously, he will lie on you.
Hey, that's why we tell you this ain't your rest, man. You know, another reason why we got to get the heck up out of here. This man is the devil.
Yeah. Psalm 73, roughly paraphrasing, his tongue walking through the earth. Anything he put on that media, a good 85 to 90% of America gonna believe it.
Yep. Definitely destroying his own people.
It don't matter how ridiculous the lie is. People still gonna eat it up. But when the truth comes out, don't nobody want to believe it.
Yeah, what they say in the world, a lie flies faster than the truth.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, that's why the Lord has laws on that, man. You can't defraud your neighbor. You can't,
Can't false accuse
can't
your
false
brother.
accuse your brother. Yep. It's high penalties for that.
I mean, that just goes back to common sense, man, because, I mean, it's like the Lord said, treat your brothers as if you would treat me, roughly paraphrasing. So if you ain't gonna lie on the Lord, why would you lie on your brother? But some of y'all just hoes like that, though. Y'all some hoe ass, there's some hoe ass niggas out there. mad at your brother because, I mean, little silly shit like y'all like the same girl or something, but the girl just happens to like your brother. Okay, step off and go find another one. But you gonna salt him up to the girl.
Yeah.
I done seen fuckboy shit like that,
yeah, man. Shoot, I've been through that my own self, man.
Yeah. And one thing I hate more than being lied to is being lied on.
Being lied on, yep. Yeah, I told y'all years ago about that, this is before I got into the truth. I was talking to this one girl and, I had like this Edomite friend. Come to find out, he was talking mad shit about me behind my back.
I done had some of them. I actually called my brother, and they saw me up behind my back.
Damn.
And a whole bunch of people that didn't even know each other, so I knew they was telling the truth.
Yeah.
It ain't like they had a meeting and decided to lie on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, they were like, from all their stories, they were like, he kind of seemed like he jealous of you. I'm like, for what? I ain't got shit.
That's because the girl that he wants is talking to you or trying to be with you,
Right. And everybody told me the same thing. It's your spirit, bro. It's your aura. Spirit, aura, same thing. But I got a sense of it later on that he was trying to be me.
Damn.
Hey, bro, you can't be me.
Just be you, man. As the Lord, as the scriptures say, we as the sands of the sea, man. Ain't no sense, that's why we get on you niggas over there making rap songs or just even in the world, just in general. Oh, I slept with this man's girl, man. That's nasty, man.
Man, that ain't nothing to brag about,
Man,
bro.
that's
First of all, when you put something out like that, you inviting death to your door.
Yep.
Trying to smash shit, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
You inviting death to your door.
Yep.
Because you don't know if the Lord gonna put a spirit of vengeance on this man or not to come get your ass. And it ain't gonna be nobody's fault but your own. Because number one, you did the act. And number two, you told on yourself.
Yeah.
Put it in a goddamn
about
record
it.
like a dumbass.
Boasting about it.
Man, I forgot you had a couple rappers just we talked about it like 2 years ago now.
That boy from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Forgot his name too.
But he's bragging about how he slept with somebody's girl And the Lord sent the spirit of vengeance on his ass.
Was it Trouble?
Popping them. Trouble.
That's his name.
See?
That ain't nothing you brag about, man.
Raise your jealous man.
And his name says it all. He's about trouble. He brought trouble to himself.
Well, he ain't gonna do it no more.
Yeah. He up in the spirit world.
He ain't gonna do it no more. But see, Jake, that's how we know Jake been in Babylon too long, because he extols folly to the clouds, you know.
And they follow the vibration of these leaders, these so-called leaders here in Babylon too, man. These so-called leaders get these people destroyed as well, because they allow them to push all this folly in the media like that, man.
Hey, matter of fact, Slocky, to cut you off, brother, but brother made a good point. GMS, your house up, hopeful elect. He said that's like putting on another man's underwear.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
nasty.
still in that. Basically.
It is, man. I mean, shit. All these women out here. You gotta remember, Jake, women outnumber men 7-1.
Yep.
There's plenty of women out here. I'm not saying they all upright and worthy, but if you looking for some physical gratification, you got plenty of options.
Yeah.
I just say be wise about it. Use protection, cause these hoes nasty. Make sure she's single.
Make sure, man, you gotta double check in here in Babylon.
You don't want to be in a situation as soon as you put the condom on, it starts sizzling. You barely even touch it.
Damn.
Somebody cooking.
See, that's another reason why we gotta get out of Babylon, man, because you gotta double, triple check with some of these girls over here, man.
You got something on in the kitchen? No, that's you. Oh man.
I've been in a situation where, you know, when I was in the world, like being somebody else that I was cool with, we kind of wanted the same girl. I was like, well, man, you can have her, man. I don't want her that bad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't mad at that. I ain't never do nothing like it to nobody to where, you know, I was mad to where I wanted to talk about them or do them dirty. I was like, well, you can have her. That's what you should do. There's other women out here.
A lot more.
Yeah, I was in a situation like that in Chicago. I was liking this girl, but I saw one of my boys from Georgia was kicking it with her. I ain't know how serious they was, so I had a man-to-man talk with her. I'm like, I'm digging her, man, but if y'all together, then I'm gonna chill out. He was like, nah, man, we just friends. You know, if you like her, hey, get out her. And then he gave me so much respect for that. He was like, he came to me like a man instead of going behind my back trying to get with her.
Yeah.
See, it's the same thing, man.
More respect. That's why we said, once again, you Jake's been in Babylon too long, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going to the example of them Enoch. Shoot, even Elijah, man. You know, they got translated. They got beamed up, you know. Saved them from being around all this filth and wickedness, man. You know, that's what we trying to be. You know, get beamed up.
Yep. And y'all better look at YASHARAHLA Maccabees as an example. You better look at him as an example, because it never fails. Anybody who talks shit about the apostles and the elders, the Lord handle their ass. This dude in the hospital talking about he in the new covenant.
I think the elder said he looking extra ashy to be in the new
You know what I'm
covenant.
saying? Like, dude, stop, man. If you ain't learned from Sister No Light
Yep.
and Gorilla Hebrew,
Hey, Gorilla She Brew by this point, man.
I mean,
Little pig brew.
putting shit in your ass.
This
I thought you was a leader.
This lady came out and spoke on that matter as well. Said that it wasn't her idea, that it was his idea.
Oh,
And
shit.
she felt like that it was something wrong with it, but she did it because he wanted to.
See, that's
And
the
when it
thing.
came out into the open, the peg thing disappeared.
That's the thing about women, man. Women, they know when they're in the presence of a real man or not. Because if you're not a real man, she gonna test you. And if you are a real man, she gonna respect you so much she wouldn't even dare come at you with no shit like that.
No, yeah.
She said she couldn't believe that he was down for that.
See? So yeah, she felt that in his spirit, that he wasn't who he said he was, a man of the Lord, obviously.
A tough ass nigga.
And her being the weaker vessel, she went in with it.
Right.
You know?
Literally.
Literally, yeah.
But see, he a Crip, though. He with that.
Yeah,
he like
yeah,
that
yeah,
Crip shit.
yeah.
So I get that's how the Crips kick it. They stick shit up their ass, throw up the seat. What you doing?
Okay, it's delicious.
Man, that thug in love.
Shit, we probably close it out right there.
They
with
don't
that
make
one.
gangsters like they used to.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna read one last scripture. We go ahead, close.
I heard somebody compared that dude to the Lord. I forgot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that today.
Out.
He said he had the energy of cheese and rice or some shit
I was
like
like,
that.
what the hell?
I'm like, man,
That Jake, ain't no way I don't know if he gonna be a part of it. I doubt it.
I'm gonna put a curse on him.
Yeah,
Because
some
see,
shit like
you
that.
comparing Gorilla Hebrew to Hamashiach, are you insane?
You dumb as hell,
You can see in
man.
his eyes too. He all the way bugged.
And they said, with the Gorilla Hebrew, you know, he's not even repentant. He's still out here
Proud as hell.
proud as hell, murphing it up. See? GMS, Yahweh hopeful elect. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 26. I find it more better than death than the woman whose heart is snares and nets,
Mhm.
her hands as bands, whose damn, turn that. It's not showing the whole scripture. Whose pleaseth God shall escape her, but the sinners
Shall be taken by
shall
her.
be taken by her. You see that? Yep. Sinners shall be taken by her. You see?
He was
That's why a
literally
lot of you
taking.
niggas getting caught up by
Yeah.
these women.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that very scripture right there, this goes for all Israelites across the board, whether you are female or male, Eve or Jake. Your partner should be an indicator of your status, how you sit with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. For example, if you got a Eve that won't do right, won't sit her ass down, won't shut up, won't stop cheating, that's an indicator of the relationship you got with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because he said, whoso pleases the Lord shall escape her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So that should force you to examine your relationship not only with your spouse, but with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because if you're dealing with somebody that's just unruly, the Lord sent you that person to punish you.
That shouldn't be your. I say it like this. That shouldn't be your main plug.
No.
Catch my drift.
The plug.
You know.
Hell no.
You know. Shoot, with these Babylonian women, you know, because there's brothers. You know, Thawadi Yahweh Shemion Shah. If you have a good woman, there is some brothers. You know, a woman is bad, so you know that pushes them forward to get to the kingdom even more. You know, because shoot, we can go all day with what we seen and what we heard of the wickedness of Eve out here. Man, we go for days.
Man, to get in the kingdom and you being one of the Israelites that's gonna be sorrowful, man, knowing that you did something like that while claiming you was in the truth.
Oh man.
But they still big up in this dude like he ain't did nothing wrong. All sins forgiven. Now, if he truly repented, then we can't hold it against him. But it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. If you repented from that, why are you still proud? Because confessing to something like that should have humbled you in some way, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I ain't seen it, man. Even if you step down, we still not seeing it, man.
No, I don't see any true regret or remorse. I don't see it. I just don't. And you can always tell when somebody's sincere with an apology. I just don't see it because the only thing that's still overwhelming to me is your pride.
Yeah. What was that post he said? At my lowest, niggas still wanted to be like me or something like that.
No, we don't. No, nobody don't.
Ain't nobody trying to get pegged, man.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
That shit sound like it hurt like hell.
Yeah, nigga.
He probably gonna be at that Pegasus parade down here if they have it.
He gonna be at Trump parade with the peg in his hand with a MAGA hat on.
Might as well the way you move it.
Hey, might as well die in Babylon happy, right?
Sure, with that, we're going to give all praises going on. Matter of fact, it's like get the brother scripture and then we close out. This is GMS, Yahweh, hopeful elect, Sirach 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion
That's
to a
it.
wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, Yahweh Bashem. You see that dynamic, right?
Mhm.
And once again, you know, if you're a brother in this truth and a woman's wicked, you know, that's something that you got to deal with, you know.
I say
know,
get her.
maybe.
I say cut her loose.
Yeah, cut
Before
her
you
loose.
catch some of her judgment.
Yeah. But if she like a baby mama, you know,
Cut her loose still.
yeah. But, you know, it's another reason why, you know, once again, that's why we trying to get the heck up out of here. Sirach 26 and verse 14, I believe. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Mhm.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. You see that?
That's rare in
See?
Babylon.
That's rare in Babylon, like the brother said, man.
These women don't like instruction, man.
No.
Especially from no man.
That's why they can't deal with an Israelite man. They rather have the simp, the beta, the gay man,
The
so
vulnerable
they can
soul
be in
man.
control.
Dochi, whatever her name is.
Yeah, she telling people what straight men is a red flag or
Red
something like that.
Yep.
Now you saying that is a red flag. Now, no reasonable, level-headed man would deal with a woman like that if that's how she thinks.
That's why Jake is moving on to these women of other nations because they're more well behaved, I should say.
They're way more feminine.
Way more
They
feminine.
ain't coming
Ass
with that
pork
masculine,
nose.
trying to fight you energy, getting all up in your face energy. No, they stay in a woman's place because they were actually raised. They didn't just shoot out their mom's cooch.
Yeah.
And then bam, no training, no nothing.
I'm
Just
the
an animal.
prize. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how these grandmamas raised these women now. Now you got grandmama in the club twerking.
Yeah.
You supposed to be at the house with the moo-moo on, putting water in the beans.
Yeah. You see that?
You up in the club twerking. Get your old ass to the house. You about to go to sleep at the bar and shit.
Pass out at the bar, man.
What time
It's
is
past
it?
your bedtime.
Ooh, I got church in the morning. Get your ass out of here trying to dance.
Old Myrtle.
You know what I'm saying?
And through all the brothers on the comment board, but we want to give all praises going on to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Bashem, Shalom to the apostles, Shalom to the elders, the great Muslim, Reuben, touch the truth, and the Bible,
Shalom.